It is the last chance for Bad News Eagles as well to stay alive and continue to fight their backs against the wall now. This loss here on this map and means they are eliminated from the road to Rio, and it would be forZe booking their ticket to Brazil.
Yeah, and again, you mentioned it, top 8 team at the last major, Bad News Eagles, and they've looked pretty decent in this road to Rio as well, but I just think right now it's so close, right? It's so tough to call. Everyone's been putting in some time. We're getting sort of the land jitters out of some of the online era players, and it's getting competitive.
For sure. Yeah, and I mean, Bad News Eagles actually, I think, is a very fun team to watch. I actually like a lot of the players they have, but as you mentioned, I mean, there's just only so many spots, and there's so many good teams at the moment within Counter-Strike that the gap has closed significantly. So huge test for them here against forZe, and forZe themselves showing a lot of determination, a lot of grit to just kind of plant their feet when they go down 0-7 on Dust 2 and make the comeback all the way in the first half to close things out on their map pick. And they've got a chance to put BNE away right here, right now. Avoid that pressure-fueled third map. They're going to start on the CT side. forZe, we got dualies on our boy Jerry.
Interesting thing is, though, you say pressure fueled, and you're right in the third map, but this map, the fact that they did so well at the start of Dust 2 shows that they're capable of playing against forZe, and that wasn't their map pick. So now that we're on a choice of theirs, I'm actually optimistic for them. I think they might be all right. Smokes are going to go out. Zordi and Norway back in sight off angles. They take out Temple already, but they haven't cleared big box. Norway's going to go early on that. Manages the first shot on Siniri. Can't follow it up to find GXX with the same success. It's Shelfley that has to come over. He has an opportunity right away to catch out. Regani manages to get it on the fadeaway, the drop back, but GXX decides better to take care of the front of the site, better obligation. He had the bomb, but he's lost it.
Oh man, look at this long flank. It's taken so long to come in, and I think that's going to give all the indication over to forZe. Shelfie has his eyes on that. He just turned, and Hunt Fletcher peeks. Gets the headshot into a 2-on-2, and Kenzie and Jerry got to make a decision. They're getting aggressive.
The good news is in all of this that the flank comes through. This is buying so much time because the bomb was dropped, and you're going to get all the way back to Donut Wrap to clear. This is super interesting, like almost a double flank situation, but Jerry's read it. He knows he's gone somewhere from long. Didn't expect Synopsy to be up that close. And Kenzie's just gonna watch the bomb and play babysit because he's got Synopsy down. Doesn't like a babysitter apparently, and he's gonna try and do battles on his own because he only has 18 HP against one Flatro with 29. And there's 31 seconds on the clock. Kenzie just nails the shot when he walks out. forZe to take round 1.
My word, if he misses that shot, he's probably going down. That's a disgusting headshot for him to grab. Kenzie played, I don't actually remember how he did overall on Dust 2, but he had some very memorable, very impactful rounds for the team. For me, the player who pushed him over the finish line was Zorti with the AWP on Dust 2. So I'm excited to see what he does. This is a very tough round to read. Well done from forZe to outlast BNE, because they threw a lot of different looks and a lot of different moves at you with all these flanks and all these different repositions. And that's some stress right out of the gate. That's a gift.
Saw Heroic release their new jersey already. Obviously had that in the design shop ready to go for qualification.
I'm shocked that it has Brazil colors on it.
That's not the point, Jason. I just really like it. I think it looks good, actually.
It does. It looks clean.
Yeah, we've seen other teams in the past try and do...
I think there's going to be a lot of sucking up to Brazilian fans into this event.
Look, there is, but it's not only that. I mean, we've seen other teams in the past do... Oh, look at this from Shelfie. This is massive. Farm that cash. Cash money. Money, money, baby, as Henry G would say. As GXX going to put Shelfie away. It's not done there. He's doing some damage here. Zanari trying to do the same, but they'll get the defuse. Importantly, though, the bomb plant for BNE, that's massive just to get their economy rolling in this next round.
Yeah, especially because they invested so much.
We saw teams make custom jerseys or tributary jerseys to majors before that weren't quite as successful.
I think it'd be cool if like every major there was like a major specific jersey from the teams. I don't know how financially viable that is at this point in time.
That's not.
But I think it would be so cool.
Those aren't that expensive. I have a custom bike jersey I got for racing this year, for example, and it was $100 for one jersey for me. If they mass print them, like if they're doing like 10 or 12, it's going to be like $70 a jersey, which is normal price anyway. And you have a design team within the organization. So.
Limited amount out to the fans. I think it'd be sick. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, you could definitely make profit back on that. I don't think that's a financial issue at all.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. Today I learned.
Yeah, sublimated jerseys no longer that expensive.
Deep name.
In behind the pie. God damn it!
I knew it. I knew you were gonna get baited into that. It did look decent from this angle.
Molding in Malta with Sadokist.
Ooh, Jerry's got to be careful. They probably had to have the information that he was close up to the smoke. They're gonna jump through if he uses too many more bullets. So yeah, this is a good call. Just bail out as fast as possible because danger's coming.
Synopsy tag to 38. Norway is on 4, though. He took a dink in all of that exchange. Now he's got to back off and let his teammates go to work. Jerry and Zordy to do so. Bomb is down, and hang on, because we got a Deagle coming around. If he gets headshots here, don't give him 1-by-1s, boys. Don't give him another shot. It's Shelfie that's going to put him down, thankfully, before they lose a third and a bit more money.
Yeah, nice little sequence there from Regon in a losing effort. 3-0. Op is out in the hands of GXX. AK-47s as well being picked up. A little bit of pressure applied in this round, especially with Jerry being forced so far back, and I think that was Shelfie who was brought down low. And we go into the first gun round, the first full gun round for both sides.
Norway top mid. Regon going up toward the top of middle to chase that down, but couldn't get there in time, and Shelfie was certainly aware of it. They'll smoke themselves inside of Donut as well, and maybe he wants to make them think he's left. He's not. He's going to sit there and wait and see if anyone does push through.
Yeah, and that Molotov is not going to do anything. Not going to do anything to hurt him. Zorty pushes into Red Room, tucks himself into a corner. Toss a coin. Which one do you clear first? It's that one. It's the right one. And now they're going to book it. Shelfie sinks himself deeper towards the A bomb site. Smoke blocked off, and here's the battle. Here's the battle. Jerry's alive. He can mow them all down. Yeah, they go down through the smoke. No chance. They just get blocked in by utility.
Shotgun off. That one's easy. Blocked in. That's going to give him the bomb back as well. Smoke behind him. He's just going to run. He has a chance in this still. Minute to go. Planted as wide as possible so we can go to the ramp. But they're already anticipating. Oh, I thought Kenzie was going to go right into that direction. I thought he was going to go to the ramp. Likewise, I thought he was going to play from that. GXX has other anticipations. He's going to go to the long lane. And that means he's got to be perfectly found. And he does to find Kenzie as well. And now he has full vision of the bomb. Stairs to tuck himself into. If Shelfie's really onto this, and he's going to do it. He's not. Smoke. I thought he was going to go out and go left. Smoke instead. I thought he was going to wrap around to clear it with a flank play instead. Fires into the smoke, knife out. He thinks he's on it. The flash actually prohibits the sound cue, and it baits him in. Shelfie's able to control it, and he'll get the defuse.
That's actually a disgusting little clutch. Way to go, Shelfie. Way to outplay your opponent in a 1v1. That's disgusting. No chance with that off. Tough, grindy round, but you're exactly right. He did have a chance with the AWP. This is where it all went wrong. Every single choke point blocked off by a smoke, and all that's left is for GXX to get a little bit lucky around the edge of that smoke, but this outplay was great. And Shelfie's just like, you're blind, you have no idea where I am.
Look at this idiot just swinging his knife.
He's like, I know you're gonna pop out of the smoke at some point. I know I'm gonna get the information of where you are inside that smoke.
So B&E down 4 on their map. Remember, they went up 7 on forZe's map, so this isn't unfamiliar territory in terms of home advantage. Shelfie, good push through. Takes out 2 already.
How are you supposed to read that? What a big risk, and he gets the reward end of it. That's the kind of play that'll just tilt you. Forced into the open, does go down. He's punished, and a follow-up is there for Synopsy. Okay. And we're right back into it. There's no defenders of the A bomb site. Bad News Eagles can actually pick up the pace here.
Not only that, Synopsy's going to cut them off. He has the position top red. Now, they should have been able to anticipate that. They jumped across. Zordy's just going to say, right, I'm gone. I've got the op. Let me try and deal with this gap in it. Sees the site. Does he get the red name? No, he's behind the box. So he's not going to get indication that he's there. But that was actually pretty smart from Zordy. Just say, right, you guys have the rifles, take this fight, I'm going. But they've bought so much time, and they have pushed Synopsy back to Donut. He as well didn't want to go down early. He wants to be alive in this post plant to support his teammates, and he's got support in himself because there's 2 inside of that hallway. GXX has come to hold hands with him, and they can trade quickly. Jerry's not going to go forward. He doesn't necessarily need to if he can keep them busy, though. If he can keep them on a string and pull them away, oh, that's too easy. Norway, they had no idea he was coming. GXX needs to turn it out. Bomb planted for him. But a smoke not available. It's a flash instead. Incendiary, but that's not going to do it. Zordy needs to hit the shot. Does hit it, but it's through the box. He stays alive. Round over. It's going to be B&E with their first.
Yeah, everyone goes down. All 10 players die here, and thank God for GXX. This one, he gets the clutch back in his favor where he lost it previously. And considering the back-to-back clutches that came into one-on-ones, there's no money left for forZe. That is a huge victory. I don't know if this defuse possibly could have been played any better. There was a Molotov as well. There was an HE grenade. None of that kind of deployed, and there's no way. You're trying to defuse as wide as humanly possible, but there's no way GX isn't going to see you with that kind of a plant position. So a force up for forZe as they run out of funding. Deagles 5.7s and a lone SMG. That's a 3v5 victory for Bad News Eagles. Props to them.
So Synopsy slowing things down this time at Jaguar and making sure that no one's going to push aggressively on the CT side. They are pushing at long A, though. So that means the donut swing to mid. They'll slowly close down the map. They do have to be careful not to give away red room. That is one of the things with aggression on CT side. Yeah, they have default timings for middle, and they can get to cave fairly early and play boxes. But if you start pushing out on A, you can actually leave holes quite easily.
Ooh.
And it means the rotation's back. If they win one of those fights, specifically I would have said donut, although they win the one at long, they can beat you to the site and plant. You have to rotate all the way back over. So that's what already is happening, because they know that with the player at A gone, they might as well go for middle. Zordi inside donut, they have to beat them, and they're not going to. Jelfie holds inside of the corner, so it's free access and a wraparound from B&E. This is the hole I was talking about. One single duel loss, and suddenly it's a long and large map to be spread out on from the CT side.
I wonder if they're going to continue to challenge here, though. It almost feels like there's absolutely no point to risk the weapons. Just kind of reset and try again in the next round, because you're going to be saving regardless. Try and get some AKs down at the end. Juan Flacho might actually go for money. Synopsy definitely is. There's a chance here. But none of the AKs really expose themselves to any danger, and well handled from Bad News Eagles. They dispatch everyone. 4-2.
And I know it's not like, it's obviously with pistols you're going to push. You got to do something creative, and I'm not necessarily criticizing them for doing it there. But it is an interesting map in that way, that if you overcommit to the A push as opposed to B, which seems so aggressive for the CTs,
yeah,
it can be really detrimental to your setup.
Yeah, it's worth the risk once in a while, though. It's worth the risk moving out, and it's one of those that has some. It's a bomb site also that has deep angles that you can like kind of recover on a rotation to a certain extent. But yeah, it's worth the risk once in a while. Peas. A lone flashbang onto Kenzie.
So Kenzie with a chance to try and. Ooh. Jason, I didn't get even a chance to talk about those nades. Didn't even know they were being set up. A double nade strike takes down Zordi, puts Shelfie low. He gets it removed, and this is a cleanup. This is a firing squad and a half.
Yeah.
Kenzie, nothing to work with. Gets spotted out by the MAC-10. I mean, yes, you said it. They were on a save again, but pretty solidly done. B&E's back to within one round.
Oh yeah, looking good. They got some money built up as well. They still have these 2 MAC-10s that haven't been taken away. They can choose to keep them. They can go for an aggressive strategy in this round if they want to. Although I believe Scenario is going to upgrade to a Galil instead of the AK-47. No op in play for Zorti yet. As I mentioned, that was a high-impact player for me. The op on Dust 2 from Zorti was absolutely magnificent. Hasn't really had to be able to get it.
Just like the whole team, though, he was slow to get started. He was missing a few shots when he even had the weapon, and then all of a sudden he just went off and had an excellent game. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, in the close, it was spectacular, but he only had it the 1 round, I believe, before it was taken away from him. And this round's going to be a little bit slower. Bad News Eagles looking for some delayed mid-control. Mid-round pop flash coming in from GXX. Plenty of smokes. Actually, I think there's like 5 smokes down in the middle right now. A lot of utility being spent in this part of the map. And ForZe already running out of utility. Running out of their own defensive smokes. Only a single flashbang left for the CT side. And Bad News Eagles going to rotate back around to the B site. Off of mid-control. 2 players in Donut. Zorti in middle. And thankfully, Zorti has one of the flashbangs. So if his teammates over at the B bomb site get into a little bit of trouble, he can shift over and chuck some flashbangs out into the air. Good find for Shelfie. Nice opening kill. The MAC-10. Ooh, it's a little bit flimsy. Doesn't get the kill clean, but does find it at the end of the day, and that's all that matters.
Nearly got the jumping Kenzie. They'll put some utility toward him. A nade does some damage, Jason.
Oh, they're coming right back at him. They want to clear out the route to the A bomb site. Shelfie's still here. He's got to recover the scenario.
Baby.
Sprays down 2, runs out of ammunition. USP's out, but he's done his job.
All things considered, 20 bullets. He does 2.5, essentially. Gets 2 kills, and look at how low Scenario is after that. Yeah. Such a good little headshot angle, knowing they were up on the ledge. And why wouldn't they turn back to take him out? They had the strength in numbers. Just run him down, but this is going to be dead. Shelfie knows. Is he going to give it to him? No way. Zordi was swinging, thinking it was for him, but Shelfie didn't want to because he knew there might be a second player. He could have afforded it. They were low enough. He might have been able to deny that little extra injection of cash, but play it safe, keep it simple, stupid, and it's going to be now 5-3.
Yeah, play it very, very safe. Also mess with the timing as well. You know that that defender, the guy protecting the planter, is going to be full focused, on point while that bomb is going down. Maybe afterwards, when he's starting to think about a position to shift into for the post plan, you can catch him with maybe a focus elsewhere. Maybe his mind is elsewhere. Regardless, good round from Shelfie. and it's 5-3. 2-round lead, and we're going to get a timeout. First one for the Bad News Eagles. Plenty of money. Synopsy's got 10,000 before the buy comes in. The plant helps massively.
So we'll see what they come up with on the back of this. Coach getting involved. Clever little logo for the B&E guys. Kind of like Cloud9, how they use the 3 9s to create a cloud. Very clever. This is like the letters to create a bird, Jason.
Beautiful.
You love eagles.
I do love eagles.
Bird of freedom. And corruption in the case of America.
Okay.
Smoke down, Norway going to push this, so a bit of CT side aggression. Doesn't want to overcommit to that. Not seeing anyone right away. He knows there's probably people back there, and the more time they have to be set and ready for him, the more they can counter off his position. So Jerry will take the push instead, working out from Jaguar.
Nice from Norway. Nicely done. That's for the boards as well towards those B halls. That's got to be frustrating for Synopsy, who doesn't even get a chance to play in the round, doesn't even get a chance to see anyone. But a nice man advantage provided. Ooh, Zorti, got to be careful. Unscoped and almost got picked off. Instead, it's Regon in the reverse. Norway with the 2 opening kills, and Jerry's tucked into a corner. Juan Flacho not even considering it, and he realizes, Jerry, that he needs to pull the trigger before his teammate goes down. Good shot from GXX, but it's all in recovery. This round does not feel likely just yet.
Oh. Try desperately to get another shot in as they get toward the site, falling back inside of the smoke. Norway knows he can swing wider on that and try and control the angle. Sonari still finds Jerry, but that's information. It's a 1-on-3. He's at a small amount of damage, enough that his teammates should have more confidence. They're still not all together, though, on this. Still holding back toward middle right now, and good trade. ENCE had to. That nade took out Norway. And as I was about to say, Shelfie was still quite far back off of that.
Yeah, that's phenomenal damage done at the end of the round, all things considered. There was, that's 2 extra guns taken away. The peek from Jerry, and obviously the grenade down to Norway, is huge to take some funds away. Bad News Eagles throughout this half have done a really good job of limiting economic growth for the defensive side. They've kind of always put themselves in position where one clean win is going to shatter forZe's economy. They've just struggled to kind of capitalize on it. 6-3, still plenty of time. One more reset onto the defense, and I think Bad News Eagles is going to be very pleased with the number of rounds they've got on the board.
Look, yeah, the problem is they can be pleased with it, but it is still their map choice, so you still want to have...
And it is still...
And it is elimination
game
right?
for the major.
Deciding game.
Yes.
You know, if you're not at least 5, I think, right now, you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to feel stressed. There's no question about it. You're stressed either way. Let's be honest in this situation. This is a very difficult circumstance to play in for any player. This is where players, like the adrenaline players, they live and die in this stuff, right? They either get too aggressive and they're just off on their aim, or they have the game of their lives.
Spotted.
He absolutely was. Already sees it, but yeah, this is you want to make this as close as possible in the first half on your own map choice. That's interesting. The Molotov forces the smoke to be extinguished early, to be deployed early as it extinguishes it. That leaves a gap. Zordy's trying to play into it. Damage is done. Nade's going to go in. GXX is going to catch that one, but not go down. He goes on to 38, and Synopsy falls to 30. It's still a man advantage for forZe, but not by much.
Yeah, but they're buying time for this smoke to fade in Donut, and that's going to bring ENCE into the fight.
Jerry behind the box. Gonna try and bait it. Synopsy hits that shot cleanly, but look at the HP. Clean and concise for ENCE on the first. Needs to get a reload in. I don't think he's aware, he doesn't think he has the time, right? He thinks they're a lot closer. I don't think he's aware that he does. So Shelfie's gonna come out and try and find that information for him. Because if he wants to get a spray down on the remaining players,
you crazy.
Where did they think he went?
You crazy, Synopsy.
He just peeked from Donut.
That was a dream. That was a prayer. You were never getting that bomb down.
I have a dream. Not happening.
Not that one.
Whoa.
Dream into a nightmare. 7-3, 4-round lead, another timeout called by Bad News Eagles.
I will say it is a good mustache, Juan Flacho.
It's nice.
Regon's pretty solid as well, but
got the points to it as well.
The tips, the curl.
Yeah, I bet he has to wax those things.
Yeah. Problem is when you use wax, you gotta wash it too, and then so, you know, sometimes just let the grease be natural, Jason.
Can't all be positives, and there's no fun. There's always the other side of the coin. 4-round difference. And here we go live into round number 11. Just Deagles and Tech 9s for Bad News Eagles. They've been stumped. 3 in a row now for forZe. Money's still decently low. They still have this in a decent position to reset the economy. They just, again, they need that win. They need that win bad. For Bad News Eagles, the goal is obviously to provide that knockout punch here, or at least get, you know, those 3 kills that can limit economic growth. And if you're forZe, you're saying, okay, this is gonna be a low economy buy. This needs to be clean. Let's at least build up 1 round buy behind the economy we have already.
Jerry just kind of picking
a Shelfie at middle.
You're not wrong. Is he up on the box? Oh, he is up on the box. He's not even jumping up. He already has vision, takes the shot to Sonari. Took a bit of damage, but look at the way he plays ledge. He can actually control everything at this point. He's aware that there's a chance someone's back toward elbow, so he'll smoke that off. But if he's still elevated, he can quickly walk back out and peek, and he's going to rotate all the way around instead, though. Zordy's going to come back to short lane.
Jerry's playing contact.
Oh, wow. Jerry's playing contact, and he's going to go now. And you're absolutely right. Line up, clean, concise, all 3. Good call on that one as he gets baited in by Zordy, and it's now 8-3. Pick up the pistols, lads. Pick up some utility. Let's move on to the next round.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're forZe. That's exactly what you needed. All 5 players survived. The first time it's happened in this half. In fact, they've never even had 4 players survive in a winning round. So this is beautiful from them. That gives them the 1 round buffer behind the weapons they already have out in play at the moment. What they don't have right now is an AWP. Zorty's been a little bit quiet on the CT side. Only 3 kills for him. He won't mind with this 5-round lead. Fast pace towards the B bomb site, changing the pace. Norway tucked into the cubby. Off angle, he's got the first. Doesn't want to peek. He wants his teammates to take attention next, and they've done just that. Zorty comes through right at the perfect moment, and the T side is getting shut the hell down.
Oh, big time. Getting absolutely rocked right now. Rocked, wrecked. Jump. Flatro comes back out to at least find Shelfie, but here comes the push and the pinch. Look at the map. Forget it. There's like 60... What is that, 70% of the map gone right now? Like 80%? It's just all in this condensed area because the CTs are swarming, and it's GXX the next to fall. 1 Flatro on his own, although he is going to the side of the map no one is. Unfortunately, doesn't have a bomb to plant over there.
Yeah, I wonder, oh yeah, that's the other reason why you say, as you mentioned, the map is being so shrunk down to just this battle at the B bomb site is because the bomb is down in the easiest place to defend. Everyone get over here and you can watch all the flanks from here. So I would wonder if one Flatro, okay, he tucks himself into a corner, this is gonna be a save. We got 50 seconds to chat here as he waits for the next round to come to pass. Now, there is a full losing bonus at the very least for Bad News Eagles, but it's not going to give them much. It's going to put most of them right around $4,000, just under $4,000. The question becomes, do they want to buy? And then the next question becomes, too, what, they've used 2 timeouts, I think, so far in this half. Do they want to, are they at this situation where they just have to burn them to try and put more rounds on the board?
It's going to be one of those situations where if you don't and you just get blown out, you're going to kick yourself for not doing it, considering what's on the line here at this game. But yeah, it's, you know, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I don't envy that position.
This is tough. It's going to be 9-3 then for forZe. I love the confidence in Norway, by the way. Like, he knows his hair looks silly, but he's doing it. He's a practical man, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I just want it out of my eyes. I don't really care what all you trolls on the internet say. I've got a job to do. What a confident gentleman.
It's like wearing the sexy specs in basketball.
Yeah.
The goggles?
Oh, yeah. Didn't Reggie Miller wear those for a while?
I think, yeah, maybe.
I think Reggie did. Anyway, I know the ones you mean.
I was the biggest Reggie Miller fan, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, it's probably because he wrecked your team a lot.
Let's say Horace Grant. Horace Grant won.
Don't know the reference. Not a basketball guy, sorry. I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Or like the faceplate when you have a broken nose, you got that whole tire shield on.
Shout out to Rip Hamilton one time.
Nice. Love Hamiltons. Synopsy onto the catwalk position, trying to check and see if anyone's going to get aggressive inside middle. There is the donuts, or excuse me, the elbow push as well, if they were going to pinch on anyone, but no one there.
I was going to say this is going to be a tough round for Bad News Eagles, but they've all pretty much been tough, but especially this one, considering the utility they have. They don't have all the nades they would need to take like some of that fast, aggressive control. They were trying to wait out some of the early utility from the CT side. They really just have these 2 smokes left, so kind of the next deployment of smokes has to get them something. A kill, a little bit of map control, some kind of leverage to apply pressure onto this defense. And none of the initial stuff worked. They're swinging out along the back wall of mid, and they just have to accept the fact that there could be a challenge at any moment. Now, thankfully, if they go over to this B bomb site, the defense is extremely passive. They've encountered so many crossfires, they encountered so many players inside the cubby so frequently that forZe is giving them a different look at the defense. So if they place the 2 smokes appropriately, they can block off both choke points.
So both lanes and a swing to support. Smoke's going to cover it, and they can also go for the boost here. They're not going to. Boost isn't as prevalent anymore now that the pillar's a bit wider. Nice shot back through it. One flat throw finding one. The only kill so far in the round, and Bomb going to go down as well. So looking pretty solid for B&E in this round. Kenzie already on the flank, though, with 3 inside of the cave position. I'm going to push even through to Jaguar, make sure that gets cut off.
They don't get a kill soon here. I think they have to save.
I think they're already saving. I think you're already seeing a rotation off the site, and they're going to leave Kenzie in position to try and get exit kills.
Yeah, same with Norway is going to look for 1 or 2 on the exit, but with Zorji this low, they don't want to lose the op. They have another buy behind this, but they don't want to completely lose the economy. Not quite yet. There's only 2 rounds remaining after this. So going to save the weapons for that 15th round of this first half. And Bad News Eagles, an unlikely round it feels, but they're able to get a 4th on the board. Molotov is out. Rigon's going to challenge. Kenzie's going to lose that one out. So another AK-47 taken away from the defense. And Bad News Eagles claw a little bit closer.
5 rounds might be something to work with, Jason. We know 11-4 is a dangerous score, but look, you can't rely on Sonic's Law to win you a game, obviously, right? You wanna make this a little easier than that. So, yeah, if they get 5 T-side on a map like Ancient, and it's their map choice, they might have something going for them. Molotov down again from the CT perspective. Double Molotov. In fact, they cover off both the deep and the close angle. No smoke on top of it. Not looking for that one way. Instead, it's going to be Jerry and Zordy going through Jaguar, and he's already pre-scoped Zordy, so I imagine he wants to look right down to the corner first chance he gets. Not going to see much, although I say that he might catch Synopsy. He's forward of it.
That's a very risky swing. There's no smoke down deep in middle, and you don't have any CT presence. He's not going to swing that wide, but this one is going to be perfect. Synopsy shows half the body and gets it removed. Shalfie and Kenzie are going to challenge in Donut. That's good damage done to Rigon. Smoke falls a little bit short. Nice easy kill, nice easy double from Shalfie and Kenzie. Working together, blocking each other, but it doesn't matter. All is good.
All is good. Rigon, gonna make it. Oh, okay.
All right.
I was gonna say a little better. I thought he might get one of the 2 at least, but Kenzie with a USP in hand takes him down 10-4 last round of the half.
Oh, you got to feel bad for Bad News Eagles at the moment. This is their map pick, and their game plan coming into this T side has fallen flat. They desperately need this last round. Desperately.
Utility going to be thrown about, and if I'm not mistaken, a double op went down. Did I just see an op get thrown forward in case they want to rotate back to respawn? Let me double check that. Might as well spend all the money.
Yeah, drop what weapons you can, as much as utility, upgrade the pistols, all the classics.
Okay, so they actually dropped out.
Hang on, it's an A-rush. Zorti's going to be challenged. He's got an op up close. First is his.
First is his, and he's going to put the incendiary out. Zordy, now this is what I was going to say. They dropped 3 extra M4s in spawn. So if they have to spray through smokes right now to deny the plant, they actually could spray, switch guns, and get a full reload. So they can penetrate this. They can actually be really annoying. Not rotating that direction, though. Shots in, tons of damage. They're inside the temple, and as they swing wide, it's a clean kill from Donut. It's Zordy that's going to close out the half. 11-4. forZe looking very solid on a map that they did not choose. Onyx Law or lots to lose? We'll find out for Bad News Eagles after the half.
Hey Future Pros! On Ancient today with a helpful little A-split smoke. To throw the smoke, take mid control. Easy, right? Then get into this corner. Aim at the middle of this spot. And jump through the smoke. A nice, easy lineup leading to a useful smoke that can give you some good options on the grueling T side of Ancient.
Underway then, 11-4. forZe in the lead and 5 rounds from a major. Bad News Eagles a lot further back, but it is their map choice, and they go to the CT side of Ancient, which might be the most one-sided map in the pool currently based on the timings, and the fact in some ways it's still the newest.
Yes, yes indeed. In fact, the newest. 11-4. Bad News Eagles switch over to the CT side. They've got a huge comeback to make happen. They have got to start this off so well, and we know they can do it. It's their map pick for a reason. If you're going to recover on anything, it would be right here. But forZe doing a little bit of an around the world. Giving footsteps over outside of the B bomb site. Oh, they're going to charge the red room. They're going to charge right through their own smoke. Synopsy has fallen all the way back. Do forZe really want to commit to this? Surely not.
Well,
smoke's up. Okay.
They're gonna try and smoke down, you're right, but they're gonna go through that as well. They're gonna flash it, they're blinded up. It's gonna be, oh, get the knife out. He's gonna, oh, come on. You robbed him from the money one. Flatro did all the work, GXX, doesn't matter. They just want him on the ground. That's what they're gonna get. They've got a 5th round. 11-4, Zonic's Law. Are we underway?
What a god tier flashbang that is. What an absolute beast mode flashbang. All 3 of those forZe players were completely blinded. That would have been a tough play to pull off if that flashbang does not connect with all of them. Oh, that could have been a huge problem. Look at this. Cordoned up as well. Scenari, you said Juan Flatro did all the work. Give the credit to Scenari. That's disgusting.
No, that is a sick flash. You're absolutely right. That is a heck of a team play for that one. So with that, we'll get forZe onto a single flash and Glocks, and that is going to be well controlled from Synopsy at middle.
Yeah, and you don't want to go there.
This round's done.
It certainly is.
I don't think this round goes anywhere. The one caveat in that is maybe they think it's all middle and Jerry catches them off, but the MP9 deals with that. So
even with Glocks, that would be so incredibly unlikely.
Yep, agreed.
So should be 11-6. Norway, Shalfie, and Kenzie just sitting far back. Everyone just looking for a push, looking for aggression, but these Glocks ain't going to do anything. What a crazy call on the pistol round if you're forZe. Most of the, this is the last of the European Road to Rio games, as the previous series went along with a 3rd map overtime between the French teams, between Heat and Falcons, in which Falcons took that. stayed alive in the tournament, have a qualification game tomorrow. If you are looking for more Counter-Strike to watch the Americas RMRs going on, Complexity is taking on Isurus. And that's a fight for both teams' survival in the road to Rio. Losing team is eliminated. Isurus just took map 1 as well.
Oh, man.
Complexity started out 2-0 in that group.
They did, yeah, no, that's a close one. And
so you lose 3 best-of-3s to not make it to the Rio Major whatsoever. Even this one, if they win it, they're still just put into a play-in bracket, essentially, another qualifier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
especially with the recent form of Complexity, that would be devastating, I think.
No question. It is a bit confusing. Obviously, our legends, we know Faze are there, we know Sprout are there as well, which is pretty awesome. You've got NAVI, ENCE in a bit of a tiebreaker situation as to who takes which position of the legends, and then obviously NIP. And it's going to be between Liquid EG, between Spirit, Cloud9. That is going to be a playoff between the two of them to determine who gets the spot. But yeah, it's kind of interesting the way it's all going to break down. Scenery, smoke outs. If they run through that, it's an MP9, so he knows they're coming and he'll start spraying, praying that he can stay alive as he runs backwards and then goes back out with a headshot angle to find another. Norway finally puts him down, finally euthanizes him, but it's going to be a 3-on-4 situation, and Norway, not that there, is looking for an angle he's going to get, but he's lost a teammate in Zordi as Rigon finds a kill on that.
The A-bomb site has been opened up. Shalfie has this, the escape route, but it's a long escape route. Norway has to go, oh, he actually pauses. Shalfie pushes forward. This is interesting. I guess Shalfie's trying to catch a rotating player from the B bomb site through middle and meet back up. They don't trust the long route all the way by T-spawn. And that might be their undoing. They might be outplaying themselves, because I don't think if you're Shalfie, you clear this corner all that hard.
Oh, he does, but he over-clears it. If anything, he went past where one Flatcher was standing, and he will get the shot back. 15 HP for Norway. This doesn't look promising, but he's going to try to walk this way toward A.
You could second-guess that call to try and come back towards the B bomb site. It'd probably be a little bit cruel to be that nitpicky about the decision from forZe, but oof. Norway. Oh, he just missed the timing. But Juan Flatro and GXX think it's still going to be the B bomb site. Norway's found the escape route. He's going to make his way to Donut. He'll get a plant at the A bomb site, and he'll get a chance. But he's only got 15 HP. 1 bullet, and he's done. 1 bullet, and he's toast. And GXX has just figured it out now, so how much time will Norway have to actually reposition? He does have a smoke to put down. And into the 1-on-2 we go.
Norway down immediately. Did well to get the plant, all things considered, by walking back over, but low HP, didn't really have much in that, had to go aggressive on the post plant, not going to work out for him. So 11-7, 3 straight for B&E. Norway did what he could, all things considered. So this now is actually looking all right for B&E. It's only 4 rounds back. They'll start to build up a bit of confidence. forZe going to run out of money again off that back of that buy, so they've got a plant, though. They could force aggressively. But then it gets dangerous, right? How much do you want to give away? So this is probably the smarter call. Keep the money in contention for the maximum loss bonus that you're going to get in the next round.
For sure. And also see if you can do any economic damage. You got it down to 2 players previously, so you know it's not like weak. It's not at the breaking point, but you know it's ready to be placed there. Any kills you can get in this round for forZe. Scenari's playing deep, and Juan Flatro going to be right in Jaguar as he shifts forward. And forZe is just waiting for a timing, waiting for some of this utility to be spent, waiting for some of these nades and Molotovs to come out. Molotovs they don't want to deal with on the attack. Scenari's got 1 flashbang. Juan Flatro in Jaguar/Cave. He's got a smoke nade flash as well. So plenty of tools to slow this hit down.
Flatro. Waiting inside of the smoke, seeing if anyone wants to go through it, but 1:03 on the clock. Drop out the smokes for a potential corner play, but they actually moved them forward, so they're not going to throw them from the back corner to cut off the lanes. Nade. Ooh, good thing they backed up when they did.
Snopsy's got a smoke for top of the ramp. If he can get it out, they're chucking it around. He's okay. They're going to use it over in Cave. They want to protect Juan Flatro.
Ooh, interesting. He's forced in by the flames, and they're going to put a second one. Juan Flatro's going to take quite a bit of damage, down to 38 before he even sees anyone. Regon, though, this whole time. Oh, he's going to be isolated. They jumped right over him. Oh, good thing NAVI saw him.
Look at the way they made the defense shift. Look at the way the defense actually rotated. They have a free avenue through Donut. I said free, but GXX is there to prove me wrong. Double kill.
Still, though, this could be a bomb plant. They've got an M4. NAVI's picked it up. They had armor. He started this off with a good lineup. There's a flank coming in, but it's long, and it's a long way away as well, as it is going to be one Flatcher on 38 trying to get there. They could steal this round back. Zordy doesn't need to overcommit to the peak. He thought he was getting clever and crafty, but he gets caught out. NAVI has to be the hero in this. Norway, however, has picked up a gun. But NAVI's the one with position. He spotted it. He sees the last player. And I think this round just got stolen. I think forZe are on the board in this second half, and Flatcher's out.
That's such a disgusting call from forZe. They felt the pressure of the defense. They felt the rotation, and they said, there's way too many people here for us to have success. Let's bail out. A's going to be weakened. And they caught the mid player completely off guard. I think that was Regon. That's a beautiful strat call. That is a beautiful adjustment. And then NAVI cleans it up with 4 kills. All 4 kills in the round.
Yeah,
What a way to do it.
That's pretty nuts. And that's kind of what I was saying. If you lose the A side too early, if you overcommit to a push CT, or in this case, over rotation back toward B, there's a gap, there's an avenue, because the rotations are so long.
Yeah, maybe overextended.
They can beat you if they get middle.
Overextended, but you can understand why. There was so much pressure being put on that bomb site. They saw at least like 2 people. They saw people challenging at ramp. They saw people challenging in cave. They thought that was a full commitment, and that's going to be one that haunts them. Overstepping to try and get a very fast flank. Perhaps trying to do a little bit too much when you had 4 defenders already at the B bomb site. It's a 5-round lead now, and we have the timeout to discuss things. And look at the money now. I mentioned for Bad News Eagles, it wasn't quite going to be shattered, but it is certainly now put in that position. A loss here, they're out of money. And they're staring down a 7-12 deficit with no money at 7-13. That'd be brutal.
Yeah, that'd be very.
This round is actually so important. If BNE don't win this one, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to come all the way back and win this map and force a map 3. Or put it easier, very, very difficult for them to make it to Rio.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah, that sums it up perfectly. What a round to have taken away.
And they know it. You know this situation when you're on the team, when you're playing in this scenario, you can feel it.
GXX, quick check of the ramp, backs off on the boost, and that's exactly when Norway peaked, as is always the case in Counter-Strike. You're closer than you think. Shots out from Synopsy, no success through the smoke, but does fall off the position before the nade comes in, so he'll stay healthy in this situation. That is a situation heading toward A. The rotations again. Synopsy needs to get over and spot and support Regon. And he does. He comes through Temple to do it. Big box to protect him from the right side. That'll give him a lineup, but Jerry's got the trade. Regon able to swing on that. Good read and hold, but he's smoked off, sprayed down to 41. No one going for the bomb plant just yet, though. In fact, the bomb's going back out. They're once again trying to play this game against rotations.
They've done it perfectly. Norway was in position. He was lurking in the B halls. Kenzie's just making sure he's safe at the stairs, but Norway's going to have a huge step forward, and that smoke is denying so much information. Regon is just now shifting in and saying, oh, shit, guys, it's clear.
Yeah, but if he's not quick about this, they'll still get there. CT to the top of B versus through cave right now is about the same timing. So the shift right now, Norway needs to spot this. Norway needs to cut it off before they get into position, and now they're in the lane. Hasn't peeked it yet. Kenzie's through, so he'll get the bomb plant down. Post plant, though, how many is he going to have? Nade, it's not going to quite get behind the box, I don't think. So Scenario will stay alive. He actually gets forward of it. GXX takes out Norway, but it's a 1-for-1 trade, and still Kenzie sits on top of that pillar. Tough position to play. Tough timing to spot Regon, but he does. Gets him through the edge of the scaffolding, and he's not done there, but when Flatro beats him to it, and they have to know, so he flies out toward the ramp. He's got the first shot, lovely. Good spot with the jump on the knife as well, and knows he can control this pre-fire just to keep him off, to keep him scared, to keep him at bay, but when Flatro's not scared of anything, he's gonna go for the fight, and it's 12-8.
Oh, that's such a beautiful shot on the AWP, but there's nowhere to go after the fact. When you tuck yourself into that corner, you have so few options. You're playing a real tough all-in poker hand. Such an important clutch, and Bad News Eagles get away with it. Cut the gap to 4. Another timeout is called. The second timeout for forZe. That's a thing of beauty.
That was sick.
But from here, you got to back all the way to the box. You got to back all the way to the base of the ramp. That little cubby is not going to do anything for you with that much time left in the bomb.
Oh, Rigon knows it. Rigon knows they're back in this, that they've salvaged the round back, because if they lost that on the back of the pistol rounds, or the eco round they previously lost, yeah, they're in trouble then.
Play on, round 21. AKs and a Galil brought out for forZe. They've got the weapons. The economy for Bad News Eagles is still a train wreck, let's call it. They muster up a really good buy here. The op was salvaged in the previous round, 3 M4s, but nothing left in the bank. So once again, another critical round for Bad News Eagles. They're all critical for Bad News Eagles at this point.
Big time. Shot in. Rigon's already down. Good follow-up. Synopsy takes out ENCE. He's got the position to swing again, but Jerry's got them beat on that as he sprays into the edge of the box. They didn't expect Rigon to go, and that's bombed down. Flash in to allow it, and they've got positional control. Rigon even spots Jerry with a hand in front of his face. That's his cue. He can re-peek safely. Oh, good hold up. Nice shot on Shelf.
What a disgusting round for Rigon. 4 kills, but I got to shout out as well. I was thinking about it the whole time.
Flash.
Half the kills he found, yeah, were blind players. Really wonderful support work from the Bad News Eagles players, and that's the kind of round you needed. Flush with cash all of a sudden. Only 1 player falls. And forZe can't buy any rifles into this round. They have to play an economy game too. Bad News Eagles has a great chance to close this within 2. And they're getting hyped up. They're getting fired up. They're getting right back into this.
Let's see where they go with it though. Because they've got pistols against them, and we've seen them lose to that already in the pressure situation in the late rounds. Jerry sneaks out past smoke. He's going to actually just run this to the site, and it might work out. They've got 3 players aggressively toward the cave. They're going to wrap back that direction. No, nearly a collateral damage onto the second, and the pistols will follow it up. GXX with 2 bomb. Yeah, MP9 spraying through. It's still going to get planted, so that's a job done for forZe, at least in the regards of money. But now they might have bigger problems. They thought they were just going to waltz in against the pistols. They will now, but that could have been awkward. Shelfley had a good chance at the flank.
Yeah, Scenari saves the day. Great kill with the SMG. You could see he's whipping that mouse around like he means business. 12-10, a good plant. Only 1 kill though, so Bad News Eagles again going to grow the money behind them. 3rd timeout used by forZe. If you need any more indication that both these teams are under intense pressure, we've had 3 timeouts used in like the last 4 or 5 rounds. Both these teams trying to make sure that they're focused, that they know what's coming, that they're on the same page.
Man, oh man, talk about pressure trying to just catch up in this situation.
Shelfie's on 23. The one thing it feels like forZe is missing right now, and they missed it in the first half as well, is the AWP presence. Sortie still having a tough time getting involved in the game. 7 kills. And the AWP really not even being impactful for forZe on both sides of the map. He's got it here in this round. We'll see if he can put it into play.
Mirage is the leftover map if needed. Only 1 round so far for forZe on this T side, and it was the one with pistols.
That was a beautiful call as well.
Well, they're gonna need a few more beautiful calls.
Yeah, 4 more to be exact.
Oh, good nade. Oh my goodness, that's massive. That's too easy.
Yeah, that round, I hate seeing that out of a timeout when you finally get a buy behind you, finally get a lot of the weapons you need, a lot of the utility you need. The really quick pop through that smoke to just get deleted.
Oh, and caught. Sortie had nowhere to go. They were all in front of him or behind, as that was the case for one Flatro. So now we are 1 round apart, 12-11.
Yeah, forZe do not look comfortable on this T side whatsoever. Great spin from Synopsy, nice and quick. Rigon in support. And Bad News Eagles have won 4 in a row. They've won 7 of the 8 rounds played in this half. We said them getting up to 5 was going to be what they needed. They only got to 4, and it's looking like it's plenty. This is a lockdown defense at the moment. But that can change. That can change quickly.
Jerry waiting with the Tech 9. ENCE and Norway head over toward A. No one directly in there yet. And GXX would have to go back through CT. That is actually the better option for them, but Bomb still waits back toward standard courtyard setup. They'll try and force rotation control. They have, but it's too quick. Rigon's already heading backwards. He knows something's not right, and the other three may stay there with smokes down. They haven't deployed smokes to cover off CT, and here comes the cavalry. Everyone's dead inside of A before the bomb will even get there, so this time they're not going to find a gap.
Yeah, they needed a deagle, I think, if they were going to take advantage of those rotations. You had a MAC-10 and a Tech-9 trying to take that long-range fight against an M4. That's never going to be fun. That's never going to be a high-percentage fight. Rigon down to 22. Bomb hits the deck. It's just on Zorti. And we're all tied up. Bad News Eagles have brought it all the way back.
Yeah, they have. Sonic's Law. Although I don't know that that's so much the case here as much as it is forZe just not being so, I guess, proficient on this T side. Dead. Oh, no, he turned, he wanted the knife. Doesn't matter. Synopsy's very happy that this is tied. I don't think a knife will, he won't be too upset about that.
Yeah, no knives today. Let's sheath them for the moment. 12-12, and forZe hanging on to that final timeout. Gonna try and wait until it's absolutely necessary. Synopsy's even just chilling during the reload. Give his mouse a kiss and blow off the sensor.
You love to see it. The smoking gun. So nade on top of the incendiaries that were thrown down toward elbow. Jerry tries to run across, gets tagged up in the process, but they need to control the mid. They know that. The forZe knows they've been losing the map control too soon. Double position inside cave as well. Oh, I could call that one, Jason.
You could, but you didn't.
All right, shut up.
Synopsy throwing out some utility. Jerry just thinking it's going to be free and clear in Jaguar. That ain't the case. One Flatro and Scenario, 2 players inside. Norway's brought very low. forZe is paying a heavy price for very little progress.
Synopsy staring down into Donut. Long angle from the front side of Temple. No one gonna walk into it just yet. They are forcing this. Their whole game plan right now is relying on rotations. They're trying to force this defense to move and catch them out in it.
And they've had it a couple times. The problem is they're a man down at this point. They need someone to find an equalizer. The timing's just not there. Good flash, bang in. He's in danger. Yep, there it is.
That was a tell. I mean, he was kind of screwed either way because they were already looking at it. He got segregated, but that was a tell. They were just ready to look directly back when they saw that flash thrown.
Even when they've been able to take advantage of the rotations and get them moving, they've been a man deficit, so it's been a relatively easier job to recover. And that Scenario with 2 nice kills, 3 nice kills as he slides backwards. And Bad News Eagles can do no wrong.
Yeah, they can't. They're in the lead now. Looking a lot more confident over there. On Flatcher, Rigon, everyone getting pretty pumped up. Kosovar's looking pretty solid. Scenario even running backwards gets that shot. And then that pretty sassy with that deagle as well. So 13-12. Again, I'll say it. It's Rio or Rip. Winner of this is through. Loser is eliminated, and it might be Mirage where we decide what that happens at this rate.
I'll tell you what, forZe is having a real problem with in terms of fragging production. They've gotten 3 kills in the past 5 rounds. That's it. This is a horrible time to not be able to produce kills for your team.
Oh, Norway. Tag down to 87 on that nade. Flatro trying to spray and needs to be careful. Norway's close to him. He'd be caught off in that situation, but I don't think the confidence is there to push back into the smoke right now, so not gonna go for it. Shelfie, meanwhile, up toward middle. AK, the only one, and he wants to divide the map. We see Config do this time and time again for Astralis. This is where he's so good on this map in particular. This is where he does his best work, I think, for Astralis. See if we can get something similar right now out of Shelfie, because they desperately need it. Rotations are one thing. If he can be proactive and even beat that, it would be better, because right now, ooh, he might get an angle here. hang on. We got a take going on. When Flatro's going to get ahead of it, takes down 2. The rotations come around and the swing's a bit late. Sonari's got Norway, and Shelfie can do what he wants. He's too late in this one. I thought there was going to be a push to Red Room to try and look for mid information before the take went down on the B site, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think I'm with you that he probably needed to be proactive, but it's really hard to do that in that position. I think if you're going to have someone try and create something from there, it almost feels like it needs to be like a Tech 9 to be able to kind of wheel around the corners. The AK-47, I feel like if you're just going to slow lurk that position, there's no point in the AK-47 be there. Because then you're relying on Tech 9s and Deagles creating the opportunity at the B bomb site, and that's so disadvantaged. Final timeout from forZe. Their 4th is used in a desperate scenario. It's been 7 rounds straight for Bad News Eagles. 10 out of the last 11 since we've switched sides, and 4 kills in the past 6 rounds.
Yeah, that's 4 kills in the last 6.
They have disappeared.
I had to let that sink in for a minute. That's ridiculous. So again, Mirage. AWP for GXX. They've got no money issues on the CT side. Money for the rest of the game. Look at them, man. Ooh, rich. Not so much on the T side. So this is pretty much it for them, playing to try and keep this alive rather than playing for overtime. Nade's going to go to the elbow. No one directly inside of it to take too much damage from it. So Kenzie only goes down to 93 from that. And poke the bear, he goes back to fire into it.
This time they aren't popping through that smoke. They remember what happened last time. Synopsy met him with happiness and a double kill. Smoke fades. They might make their move now. GXX is at the top of the stairs with an AWP.
Shot from GXX is speculative. That nade's going to be a lot better. Armor will keep them fairly healthy, considering lineup was there. That was nearly 2. Kenzie gets a trade, but he loses a lot of HP in the process. That allows 1. Flatro to swing. Norway did get 1 more in the meantime. But Kenzie, man, oh, he's in trouble.
Back away.
Back away, you're right, inside of the elbow, but Rigon knows he's there somewhere and chases him.
Yeah, but Shelfie can open this up. Shelfie's the player who has to create something. He's opened up the A bomb site and said, it's clear, you got to get here. I don't know why Kenzie's walking. You might want to beat any kind of a rotation, any kind of timing. He's going to throw out a smoke.
Tough position for a Galil as well. They're not committed on this. They're not convinced yet.
I think they're pausing this and waiting. They're saying Shelfie has map control, but maybe he can do one better. Maybe someone from Bad News Eagles is going to investigate a little bit too far and get picked off. And if Shelfie tries to be proactive towards CT spawn, he's dead.
Yeah, he absolutely is. The op's staring at it. I get the oh, the timing! Oh man! I get the attempt, that's what I was gonna say. But the high HP, you can't sacrifice. What a timing play! The 1 second of doubt, he looks toward the connector, and he gets absolutely ripped. Immediately, Shelfie doesn't overextend. He knows he's got to do it 2-on-2, but unfortunately, with 6 seconds, you're absolutely right. He did not get back into position to save his teammate. He'll bring it to a 1-on-1, even goes for a lucky spray transfer, a prayer, but that is all. It's 15-12.
Oh, I think they just slow played that a little bit too much. That play could have been activated earlier. Not enough time to put the bomb down, and with only 2 players, one of them being the planter, you don't really have a chance to protect him in any meaningful way. Rigon stops it with ease. 15-12. In the 3rd timeout used by Bad News Eagles, they have had no stress in the second half, but they're basically saying, everyone chill. Everyone chill, it's not over till we get to 16. 1 more round, don't change anything, we've been playing it fine. Been playing passively in middle. Let's keep doing that because forZe doesn't know how to find kills. We've been playing doubled up in Jaguar. We've been absolutely fine there because forZe doesn't know how to find kills. We've been playing passively at the B bomb site, and we're fine there because, again, forZe doesn't know how to find kills.
They found one in the last round with Shelfie. They just didn't know how to keep track of the time, unfortunately. And it's a tough one, too, because the low HP planter, he's so vulnerable. You almost want him to go a little earlier so you can give yourself time to recover with the information, but that wasn't the case at all. Well, let's see if they can find kills this time, Jason. Looks like it's going to be a fast play so far, although bomb left behind. I was going to say toward B. Look at the utility already. Synopsy already at mid, already up the boxes. And they've got a top ramp position as well. 2 out from cave. Nade's going to go down. That'll do damage. Soften them up even further. Although just barely. They managed to tuck in behind the box to avoid it, and that gives Kenzie a chance to repeat. Now Flatro needs to be aware because they're pushing onto his position. He sprays in. He's good for 1 and more. 1 and a whole lot more. Damage was there, but it's a 1-on-2. Norway's gotten to the site, and he's going to at least get a bomb plant to try and keep this one alive. Does he know? Oh, he does. Does he know where they've gone? There's a shadow of doubt, but he's considered the flank. And if he slips inside the cave, he's going to give himself a much better chance. That's a risk. He didn't know that was clear, but he had to come up with something. Couldn't afford to stay in the site, as it were. And they know he's got to be in there. They've cleared everywhere else. Need to check Cubby as well. Smoke him off. This is a problem. He's going to try and line up for the spam. But even that's going to be difficult. Did he plant close enough? Do they going to have the angle? Oh, he knocks GXX off it. They're going to try and body block this. High HP instead. Now he's on the wrong angle. Now Rigon knows the side to be on, and he's going to defuse this entire map at 16-12.